I'm bored. I've been bored for a couple days now. I've been able to occupy my time. But despite the fact I can't even like really, I can glance quickly. Despite the fact that I picked the worst day to do this. It's the day Jason needs to sit and scan legal documents into the printer for taxes. I want to do all the things to this. It's kind of driving me crazy. I have an idea, a smaller cabinet that I want to buy, but I need to see if I actually like can fit it all into the smaller cabinet. I also need to take the bins to IKEA. Let me show you the cabinet. I'll give you a little view of what the cabinet looks like. What I'm hoping is that when you look at each of those shelves, that 4 of these bins, basically all 4 of these, would fit in each of those compartments. But I don't know that. And I tried to take measurements, but it didn't really work out so great. So I have to take 2 of these bins, probably even 3 of these bins, empty. I think I have some in the closet. I have to take 3 of these empty to IKEA to see if I can fit them in the way I want them to be in there. But in the time being, I'm gonna go through all this. Some of it I'm, you know, like these don't actually need to be like sorted through themselves, the bin itself. Some do, but most of them don't. But there's the stuff that's not in a bin is the problem, and maybe we just start purging. And the problem with doing this when someone is home is he doesn't like me to purge some things. So we're just gonna make some decisions quietly while he works.
My scan forever.
Yeah, this is not the way he wanted to spend his entire weekend. So we got a before shot of everything, and we kind of go through. We'll scan through really quick, and then I'll kind of do in betweens without interrupting Jason. Usually by the time I'm doing this, the AC unit isn't here. Maybe what I'll do is just unplug. No, that's all taped on there, so that's not happening. We're not sure if we have hot weather still. Okay, so basically the main gist of the shelving units, I've got wrapping paper bucket. That bucket there probably belongs up there, but I don't know why that one is there. That shouldn't be there. All of these bins are labeled and mostly categorized. These should all be fabric crafts and whatnot in there. Craft tools. I'm very specific with what I have in my bins. This whole tower here is beads, which I need to add my tray of my necklace project that I was working on this summer. I need to add that back to the tray. We can come back to it, but we just need to put it away. Then the rest of the bins, or the rest of the cubbies, I just need to like sort through everything to see if they actually belong in a bin or if I need them in general. Like I have slippers up here, like so I'm just going to, I think the easiest thing to start with is to move the cart and the wrapping paper bucket out of here and scoot the AC unit out of the way. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take all of the actual bins off of the shelf. I'm gonna stack them out here to kind of get them out of the way. Just because I think we just need those out of the way. And I'll kind of sort through those, and then we're gonna start pulling all this stuff off the shelf. That's kind of always my MO, is to completely eliminate, and then you only want to put back the stuff that you actually want to keep. So that's hopefully the goal. So here it is before, and then we'll start the process. empty, except for the top shelf. And there's some binders up there. They're actually his binders. I might actually put them in his drawer. But I'm gonna wipe them all out. I've got all the bins out here. Some of these boxes are not actually empty, which is probably why we kept them. Normally we have an obsession with like Apple boxes. If you know, you know. But I think these all legitimately have product in them or like extra supplies like our Wise Cam. And then everything else is in bins. I haven't decided, I haven't even gone through them to decide what I want to keep or not, because I think some of it I'm going to give away. And then this is the pile of all the loose. And so this is what is helpful. You actually need to kind of, I need to deal with this, all the loose stuff. First of all, anyone know what this is? Anyone remember? Leave a comment below if you remember what those are. We have 2 of these. I'll give you a hint. Lavanga Hokkaido. So, those are fun to keep. I just need to find a place to put them. So, and then I also have a painting over there that I kind of dealt with. And then, okay, so we have other stuff I need to sort and donate and organize. But first of all, we're going to clean off all the shelves. My hope, I'm just going to tell you right now, my hope is that I can like just have the lower 2. My hope is that I can take this top one off. Because that will mean that the other one that I get is actually going to work as well. And then I can donate this guy. Or maybe we put it in the closet for the girls upstairs in the new room. Haven't decided. But that's the goal, is to hopefully maybe just do the lower shelves. Here's to hoping. Alright, I'm kind of slowly going through stuff. It's kind of a Pandora's box, literally. I think this is becoming like a donate bucket. I'm not donating the bucket itself, but the things are too heavy to put into trash bags. Also going through electronics. I just put a bunch of stuff on my desk, like SD cards that were in here. This is like my old travel electronic bag. Then I have fabric down here. I think I haven't used it. It's cute. Sorry, thumb hit the record button. Cute and organized and whatnot, but I just don't use it. I mean, maybe for Halloween. I see if I have something that will work for a costume, but that's the only time I use it anymore. So I am going to take all that fabric out. It's all like organized. I'll show you when I pull it out. I'm just going to donate all of it and put it into a trash bag. I've got a whole bunch of picture buckets, these ones and down. I'm not going to get rid of them, but I did sort through some of these and take some of them out of frames. These ones are so cute. This is Abby. She was one. And Kaylee. So cute. But I want to take the pictures out of the frame. Or maybe I'll text each one of them and ask if they want those photos, like leave them in the frames. So I don't know. But I have donated a few other frames, taking the pictures out. So I'm just working through a few of these. Some of them don't need to be like sorted through. It's spray paints and car pens and things like that. But other ones I'm just going through and seeing what we need. Doesn't look like much of an update. We're going to start on this pile here next. I've been slowly starting it. Gone through all of the buckets, some garbage, added more. We're just going to donate that cute picture. It's fine. But all of my fabric and some of my little fabric craft projects, like this is an actual quilt that I started, never finished. And then I have all these cute little banners. And then I got this quilt set to make from my mom, and then this is just extra bits of fabric as well as the rest of this bin. This is an old Halloween costume. How many of you guys have been here for that Halloween costume? So what I actually did is ask a friend of mine if she wanted all the fabric and the little bits and bubbles, and she said yes. So I'm not going to give her the bins. They like to, their kids are homeschooled, and so they like to have trinkets like this to work on. So I thought this is great. And I think her daughter is learning to sew. So this is kind of a great little thing. She can actually like, I've already kind of done some of the work for it. She can maybe piece it together. So I'm gonna put all of these bins of stuff into a trash bag and put it on the porch. She's gonna come pick it up whenever she can. That way she doesn't have to worry if I'm here. I've gone through all of these bins, all of these bins. I'd like one of these to be kind of shrunk down, but it's okay for now. Then this one has diamond painting kits in it. I've got a pile of diamond painting things. We're done with it, but Ashley likes the jewels, if you know what I mean. She likes to bedazzle with these suckers. So I've got to go through that. I've got some more memorabilia I need to get into a bin. So I need to like start to go through this. This is just office stuff. Actually has all my stickers in it. It just goes loose on the shelf. So it's sorted. I know what's in it. It just keeps falling over and looking like it's a mess. So I'm going to plunk myself down here on the floor, which means I'm going to be there for a minute. But the rest of this stuff is luckily in bins. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to count the bins. You don't need to be here for me to count. 20 bins. They go 2 to a bin, 2 to a whatever hole. So we're doing pretty good so far. I just need to get rid of stuff that's not in a bin, or put it into a bin. I actually have 2 empty bins right there. I will have these 2 larger bins to put things in. Jace, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, darn it.
Really?
Just kidding. I need to go through electronics, and I don't want him to say no to throwing things away.
Make sure, because some of those power cords are going to some of like the massage gun.
I know. I have a whole bin that's a massage gun. So and like the electric.
Away some power cords that we actually
Okay, because I'm not capable of figuring that out.
You're not capable. I said I threw away some too.
All right. Well, I wouldn't do that. Okay. It's been a little bit. My friend came and got some stuff, and then I went ahead and talked to her. I think I'm done kind of sorting through everything. I have quite a few empty buckets, which is nice. These picture frames, the girls just don't like the frame, but they want the pictures. I'm gonna ask Jason for a tool, but he's kind of mad at me. We'll talk about that later. So I'm gonna have to find a tool by myself. The next step, I think, is to actually put the bins on these lower shelves. I really want to take this top one off. Do I know where I'm gonna put it in my house right now? No. But if I can convince someone, if I just start doing it, he'll be like, no, let me help you. I need to take those down from the top. But I really want this to come down. Regardless of getting a new shelf for this, I want the top one down. So I'm gonna put the buckets into just the bottom bins for now. Good progress. I have empty holes. I have empty bin cubes. I have empty bins. This guy. And I'm gonna take this up to put all that electric, like this is our massage, whatever, I don't know what it's called. Electric massage thingy. I don't know where to put this guy. Can't seem to get rid of that one. Trash. Donate, but I'm not donating the bucket. So I need to put all of that into, I'd like it to go in a box because some of it's kind of heavy. That can just go right back into the corner. I'm trying to gather up all the extra. Well, this is going to need a lid, maybe. This is my slippers for the winter. Probably put those in the laundry room. A game we never get. I think we just got an extra game for Christmas gifts. Put that by the Christmas gifts. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use that bucket or this bucket. Since Ashley is not like beading a ton right now, I'm going to empty the cart and put all of the bead like buckets into a container. I just don't know if it's worth I think this is actually slime. I'm gonna get her down here. But I'm gonna put all of this stuff into a bucket. Probably be that one, realistically. That way we have an empty cart for whatever project she wants to work on. She's probably gonna be doing, see I have more stuff over here. She's probably gonna be doing some clothespins for cheer. So that might be what she's doing next. But that way, maybe the cart is open for the next project she wants to work on. Okay, I officially did it. I got it down to these two lower shelves. I'm gonna leave that one up there for now, just because I don't have anywhere to put it in the meantime. I might put it into the closet of our 4th bedroom that we're building right now, but I'm gonna leave it here to keep it out of the way for now. But I accomplished my goal in having everything be on the lower 2 shelves. The hope is once that top one is down, I can maybe, you know, make the top kind of cute, like decorate it or add to, you know, the room, maybe declutter some of the cute things that I have here that make my room feel fun, or take off some of, you know, just, there's a lot of stuff on my desk. This is Ashley's little corner over here, so maybe we shift things around a little bit. But for right now, this is the only little pile that I have to deal with, electronics to put away. The rest of my desk is taken care of. I have this little notebook from the Booster Club that I have for Ashley's cheer. I just need to add that to my other folder that I've created. I can't remember where I put it, but so I didn't make a mess. I actually haven't put away my beading. So I have an extra bin that I'm going to put that stuff in. I think Jason just put it underneath the stairs. And I just saw one more photo bucket out there. I have to find one more spot. I can go right here. Ashley's not convinced she'll do this craft anymore. It's like this, these little guys, where you put the, you know, you put the little beads on the tray and then you melt it with an iron. She's like, I don't know, don't give it away. But the other photo book or bucket that I have out on the couch, I think will fit on top of it. It's not the way I could ideally do it, but it will work. I just have to unscrew the frames to take the pictures out. But other than that, it's just about vacuuming the room. I'm gonna do that really quick. Then I can put that photo bucket away once I unscrew the frames. Then the what do you call it? The wrapping paper can come back into the corner. As soon as we take the AC unit out, this corner will completely clear up and feel less cluttered and easier to access everything, which is the goal. Less stuff makes it so that it's easier to directly go to what you need to work on. Like when she do team building events for cheer, I can tell Ashley, go get your bead bucket. She can grab that. I also have another craft supply bucket with all the trinkets in it. She can grab that bucket. We can take it to cheer. Everything is in a container and easy to use when you need to use it. So that's the whole goal. I guess I can show you a quick recount of the buckets that made it through the selection. I need to label maker some of the buckets. They changed and are new, so I need to label maker those. I'll do those another day, or give it to Ashley. She likes little projects like that. I think there's only like 2 or 3, and I might switch things around. We'll see. I'm gonna show you all the buckets as they are, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. So thank you for joining me as I kind of decluttered my craft room halfway-ish. I don't mind everything staying on these 2 shelves. The other little unit that I wanted to get looks better, but we don't need to spend the money on it. So I don't mind it staying this way for now. So I'll show you the buckets and then take care. Okay, starting up here, I have my stickers in these little accordion files. I use that for like journaling in my notebooks as I make my lists for the day, along with washi tape. I have 2 containers of washi tape. And then these are just like note cards that I use to like also journal in my notebooks. Okay, then down here I have my laminator. Yes, it has its own bucket. The actual laminator and the laminator sheets are right inside there. And then you take that out when you need it. I do have a silhouette machine that I don't actually use anymore. Where did it go? Oh, it's up there. I don't actually use it, but I need to figure out how to unregister it from my computer that doesn't work anymore. So I do have a silhouette and all the things that go with that. Down here I have office supplies in here. I mean, it's literally just like tape, pens, things that the kids need, refills, ink, lead for their mechanical pencils, anything they need for school or Jason and I need for our office. Then we have a sewing bucket. I'm not going to go through each one of these in particular. Craft tools in that one. And then this one down here is more craft tools, craft punches, glue guns, that kind of stuff. All stuff you need to make a project with. Then up here we already talked about Ashley's bucket here for bedazzling cheer pins. And then I do a bucket of packing tape for Jason. He does a lot of packing shoes and stuff for work to send to customers. So there's a whole bucket. He can take that whole thing out if he needs. And all the supplies to send a package are in there. Then I have my label maker and printer ink in this bucket. We do a lot of printing here for our business and for just life in general. And then we also have the label maker in there as well, and all the ink that goes with it. This bucket is just cards. You can see the little snowman card right down there. That used to have better cards, like more birthday cards, but it's kind of depleted now over the years. And another craft supply bucket. As you can see, it has just little bits and bubbles inside there. I probably one day will declutter that one even more. And then ribbon and yarn, self-explanatory. Over here, we've got leftover spray paint in both of those buckets, but also in one of these, I have like the paint pens from decorating a car for Abby and her senior day, along with some snow frost. What did I call that? I don't know what it's called when you flock a tree. Flock. So just some extra spray painty supplies. Then this guy here is not labeled yet, but it has all of Ashley's beads in all of her little boxes in there. And then we saw that one already. In this one I have candles, just as a backup for, you know, power outages that seem to be becoming more of a thing these days. And because of that, I actually got these cute little tea light candle holders that came in handy last year for our power outage, and I just put them in a jingle jangle bucket from Trader Joe's because it was like the perfect fit. And now I really want jingle jangle, so we need that season to come. And then I also have my batteries and backup batteries that don't fit into the holder. This is like one of those like fire safe battery cases that we got on Amazon. So all of that like utility stuff is right there. And then not empty boxes. These are, there's stuff in them. This is the, you can't see it, it's the cage. You can see it from this one. It's the cage for our drone that is in here. The box is in another container. The actual drone is in another container, but the cage that goes around it is actually in that box, as well as some of the extra supplies for the drone in that one. And then this, I can't get rid of that paper and the kit. I don't know why. And then these 4 boxes down here in the very corner, these are just photos, memorabilia, stuff from my childhood, but also from the girls. And one day we'll sort through it, but for now I want it to be kept safe in these little bins. Last up is a new electronic bucket. Here's our drone. This is the box for the camera that I'm currently using. If I ever sell it, it's nice to have the original box. Our Wisecam supplies, extra drone parts, little, what do you call these, tripods, GoPro sticks. So I probably will go through, I probably need to go through my actual drawer over here and declutter and maybe move some of it over to that bucket, because My drawer is, that electronic drawer is too heavy and it pushes down on the bottom of the drawer and makes it get stuck. You know what I mean? Like the cheapo material that's on the bottom side, it comes unattached and it breaks through, and so the drawer itself, everything in it is too heavy. One of these days I will sort through everything and like maybe make a better bin over here versus all of it in my drawer, or half and half. I'm done. I am tired. The kids are home from school now. It's been hours since I started working on this. I'm ready to take a shower and be done for the night. So I am going to say goodbye to you officially. Thank you for joining me on this little declutter moment. It already feels a little bit lighter in here. I think I just felt like the walls were caving in here. There's so much stuff, and I don't mind having like all my cute things, you know. It just kind of felt heavy. It just felt like there's too much clutter. And also things weren't getting put away. It wasn't obvious where things went. And so wanted to kind of fix that. So thank you for watching, and take care, and we'll see you next time.